So here I have 3 joints chains, let's say some chain for IK joints, for FK joints, and a result joints chain. Imagine it's like an animal leg. For start I will launch the script. Again, one group for IK joints, another group for FK joints, and another group for result joints. So if you check some old tutorials, you might find a way to do this with blend colors nodes. So we can create a blend colors nodes, one for translation and another one for rotation, and simply connect translate of joint 1 to color 1, translate of joint 2 to color 2, connect IKFK attribute to blender, and connect output translation to result joint translation. And do the same for rotation. Again, rotation 1 to color 1, rotation 2 to color 2, IKFK joint to blender, and output to result rotation. So the script recorded everything. After that I can just press apply. It will create all necessary nodes. It will also recognize the init conversion nodes. And if we click each joint one by one, we can see that proper structure was actually created for each joint with these blend colors nodes and all connections. So here this approach actually works at some degree. We can blend between joints, chains, we can blend by translation, and we can also blend by rotation. But I strongly advise you not to do this. Please do not follow this approach. And the reason for this, because it can produce a lot of glitches, because we actually take rotation values directly and just blend between them, and the result will often be not correct. So for example, if we set one joint rotation to 180 and another joint will be 0, the rotation in between will be 90 degrees. But from my point of view, 180, 180, 180 rotation and 0, 0, 0 rotations, they are both the same rotation. These joints, they have identical transformation, but the transformation in between is very far from any of these joints. Here we can see that this logic doesn't actually work, and the rotation are just pure random at this point. So again, just please don't ever use blend colors for rotation. If you need to blend rotation, you need to treat it as actual rotation, not as just 3 float values. So I'm gonna quickly undo everything and show you the other ways to do this. Again, I'm gonna start the script, mark one group for IK joints, another group for FK joints, and another group for result joints. And the first way to deal with rotations will be just use constraints. Yes, constraints can be generally slower than the direct approach, but if you don't know any nodes and if you don't know any math, constraints also can be an option because they will just work out of the box. So we can select FK joint, IK joint, result joint, and create a point constraint without offset, and also orient constraint without offset. Technically, the script is not meant to create constraints, but because constraints are just nodes and connections, the script can also replicate them at some degree. So if I just press apply, it will create me point and orient constraints that would work accordingly for other joints. So result joint 2 will be constrained to IK and FK joints 2, result joint 3 will be constrained to IK and FK joints 3, the same for the rest of the joints. So here right now the blending is happening equally between two joints chains, because we have just two targets with equal weights. And in order to make the constraint actually work with rotation, we just need to set this attribute of interpolation type. So I need to change it from average to shortest, and do this for the rest of the constraints. So the script recorded changing the interpolation type. I press apply, and the same interpolation type was applied to the rest of the constraints. And now all we have to do is just go to the node editor and set up a few connections. So here we can see two constraints, one orient constraint and also point constraint, that receive information from two targets. So I will add the blending control. All we have to do is just connect IKFK attribute directly to, let's say, FK joint target for both point and orient constraints. Then press apply to apply these connections to the rest of the constraints. And then we need to get a reverse value of this attribute and connect it to IK target values. So here I will create a reverse node and connect input to IKFK joint. So here, because I don't want to create this node per every target, I will clean up the history for the script to ignore it. And then I will connect the output of the reverse node to IK target of orient constraint and the IK target of point constraint. And again, do the same for the rest of the joints. I can close the script window at this point, so we can see each constraint it got inputs from the IK FK blend attribute. And now we can blend between FK joints, IK joints. We can set some values in between. We can set any values with rotations, and the blending will still work. Even if one joint has 180, 180, 180 rotation, the blending will still happen correctly. So this actually works. Maybe it's not the best way to achieve this result, because again, you have all these constraints in the scene. You have kind of messy connections between nodes, but comparing to blend colors and that you don't have any weird glitches, I think it will be a lesser evil, if we can call it like this. So let's quickly review another way how to do this blending between joints, but without using any constraints. So again, I'm gonna start the script, mark one group for IK joints, another group for FK joints, another group for result joints, and let's go to the node editor. So still for translation, we can just use blend colors, because translation is just a simple vector. There are no problems with this. So again, blend colors for translation. And for rotation, what we can do is convert Euler angle to quaternion and blend between two quaternions. And in this way, we can avoid any weird glitches. So I'm gonna create Euler to quaternion node and connect rotation of FK joint to input rotate. Then do the same for the IK joint. Again, connect output rotate to input rotate of IK quaternion. And then we can just blend between these two quaternions using spherical interpolation. So I'm gonna type quad slerp and connect input quaternion 1 to input 1 quaternion, quaternion 2 to input 2 quaternion, and IK FK attribute we need to connect to blender parameter, which is input T in this case. So this will treat rotation as actual rotation, not just some 3 float values. And then we just need to convert it back to Euler angle. Again, use quad to Euler. Connect output quaternion to input quaternion and output rotate to result joint rotation. So the script recorded everything. And if I press apply, it will create the same nodes for all joints. And again, if we select any joint and press input connections, we can see that the same structure of nodes was created for every joint. So a small note here, if you try to convert Euler angle to quaternion and quaternion back to Euler angle, if you use not standard rotation order, you need to specify it in this node. So each transform in Maya, it has rotation order attribute. You can find it, let's say here. Just search for rotate order, and you can connect it to nodes that, let's say, handle quaternions to input rotation order. And you need to do it when you convert Euler angle to quaternion and quaternion angle back to Euler. But here again, if you just use standard rotation order, you can skip this part. But if you use custom one, again, please don't forget about rotation order. So in the scene, the blending works. You can blend between IK and FK. You can set some value in between. You can rotate these joints. You can set, let's say, 180 rotation for one joint, 0 rotation for another joint, and the result rotation will be correct. You will not have any weird glitches. So this can be considered as clean implementation on nodes without using any constraints, without using blend colors for rotation, and this should produce actually a very stable results. Let's quickly see how to deal with joint orient using matrices. Again, I will start the script with 3 groups of objects. Then I will go to the node editor. So for blending translation, we can still use blend colors. It's not a problem because it's just a simple vector. And for rotation, in order to use blend matrix, we need to first convert this rotation, taking into account the joint orient component. For that I will create node compose matrix, and in compose matrix I will connect joint orient as input rotation, and do the same for the other joint. Compose matrix, joint orient, connect as input rotate. Then we need to take inverse matrix of this compose matrix, connect output matrix as input matrix, and do inverse matrix for this joint as well. And then to have, let's say, clean rotation, we need to multiply matrix. The first will be inversed joint orient matrix, and then we need to multiply it by local matrix. And same for the other joint. Take this inverse joint orient matrix, multiply it by local matrix, and here we got the matrix that kind of has this joint orient component excluded. So then we can use blend matrix. This will be target 1. This will be another target. Then we can connect this as envelope, and the result rotation here should be correct. Again, use decompose matrix, connect, and then connect output rotation to our result joint. So with matrices the structure is a little bit messy, but overall it should work. So the script still recorded everything. I can press apply, and the result structure looks kind of messy. But here again, if I, let's say, ask to show the nodes for one specific joint, everything seems to be correct. And in the viewport, again, we can... Okay, it's funny, actually I made a mistake. So the order of multiplying matrices should be a little bit different. So what we need to do, we need to actually multiply matrix by inverse joint orient matrix, not the opposite. So the order of multiplication is important, it matters. So I will quickly reconnect these attributes, and again, because I have the script, it recorded the adjustments. So if I apply it, it would apply these adjustments to every joint, every node structure in my scene. I can quickly check for other joints. So the order indeed changed, and now in the scene everything should be correct. So I can rotate joints, the blending happens correctly. I can blend by translation or by rotation. Again, set this 180, 180, 180 rotation. Here will be 0 rotation, and result rotation is correct. So this was a little bit off topic. Sorry for prolonging this tutorial, but I'm sure if you study rigging, this information will be useful.